नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। भीष्मद्रोणतटा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोत्पला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैरणनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः. So we saw this Mangala Shloka the last time. We are talking about in particular about Bhishmacharya, the different events that transpired in Bhishmacharya's life from the time of his birth to the point he actually gets to choose the time of his death as a boon from his father Shantanu. So the different episodes under this title, birth of Bhishma and the boon of choosing his death, or Mahabhishaku Gangayoho Shapaha, that we saw the last time, which is the curse of Mahabhishaku and Ganga. And there are several other such episodes which we will go through one by one. So the last time, just to recap, Mahabhishaku Gangayoho Shapaha, the curse of Mahabhishaku and Ganga. So Mahabhishaku attains Svargaloka at some point after a deep-rooted yaga that he performs. He performs the Ashwamedha Yajna and also Rajasuya Yajna, 1000 of Ashwamedha Yajnas and 100 of Rajasuya Yajnas, and which pleases Devesha Indra, and because of that Mahabhishaku attains the Svargaloka. Now when they are in Svargaloka at some point, all the Suras, the Devas, Mahabhishaku, Ganga all assemble to worship Chaturmukha Brahma, who is in a much more exalted world, which is Satyaloka. So when they begin to actually do that worship, what happens is the garments of Ganga actually get drifted away in a breeze. So because of that, all the Suras, they bow down their head in order not to shame Ganga, except for Mahabhishaku, who actually begins to lust on Ganga and ogles at Ganga. So Chaturmukha Brahma actually curses Mahabhishaku in a way that he has to descend now to Manushaloka, the world of mortals. Not only him, but Ganga will also have to descend to Manushaloka, and Ganga will torment Mahabhishaku. She will do all things that will displease Mahabhishaku. Till such point, Mahabhishaku actually gets angered. And when he gets angered on Ganga, it is at that point the curse will actually end. So, Mahabhishaku, who is now set in his mind to be born in the world of mortals, begins to contemplate as to he decides to choose who father should be in Bhuloka, and at once he thinks about Pratipa, who is a royal king who is filled with effulgence. So Mahabhishaku decides to be born under Pratipa. Ganga, thinking of the crestfallen Mahabhishaku, actually moves on, and as she moves on her path, she encounters the Vasudevas, the Ashtavasus. So then she begins the conversation with these Ashtavasus. So Ashtavasunam Gangayascha Samvadaha is the next episode. So Ashtavasunam Gangayascha Samvadaha, the conversation of Ashtavasus and Ganga. So before we read the shlokas relevant shlokas in Mahabharata, the Ashtavasus are all Devas. They are 8 in number, and we invoke them during Vedic rituals, we invoke them during Pitru Tarpanam and other Vedic activities. So Mahabhishek is now on his way to be born into the world of mortals. Ganga Devi is on her way moving and talking to the Vasus, Ashtavasus. And Mahabharata gives a beautiful shloka which actually gives the names of these Vasus, Ashtavasus. Paitamaho munirdevaha tasya putrah prajapatihi tasyashtau vasavah putraha tesham vakshyami vistaram dharo dhruvascha somascha ahaschaiva nilo nalaha pratyushascha prabhasascha vasavoshthau prakirtitah. So Vaishampayana and Janamejaya conversation occurs in Sambhava Parva. The shlokas are from Sambhava Parva 67th chapter, 17 and 18 shloka. When Janamejaya wants to know the different lineages of Devas, Asuras, Gandharas, Kinpurushas and others, Vaishampayana actually explains with this beautiful shloka. So, Paitamaho Munir Devaha Tasya Putrah Prajapatihi. So, Paitamaha is none other than Chaturmukha Brahma. Chaturmukha Brahma had a son called Manu. Manu was a Muni. So, Manu's son was Prajapati. So, Prajapati is the son of Manu. Manu is the son of Brahmadeva. So, that is the little lineage there. And then he says, Tasyashto vasavah putraha tesham vakshyami vistaram. So, let me now tell you, Janamejaya, the names of all the Ashtavasus. Dharo, Dhruvascha, Somascha, Dhara, Dhruva and Soma. Ahaha, Cha, Eva, Anilaha, Analaha. Ahaha, Anilaha and Analaha. So those are the other three. Pratyushascha, Prabhasascha. Pratyusha and Prabhasa are the 8 Ashtavasus. So Prakirtitaha. So they are the names of the popular Ashtavasus. So the last one, who is Prabhasa, is who actually incarnates as Bhishmacharya. So Bhishmacharya is actually a Deva, a Sura, who gets to be born under Shantanu. So we will see how all of this happens. So now when Ganga meets these Ashtavasus along her path, she begins to have a conversation with these Ashtavasus. Tatha rupamscha tan drishtva prapaccha saritam vara kimidam nashtarupasta kacchit kshemam divaukasam. So, tatha arupam drishtva. So, all these Vasus are very lackluster now. They have been fallen and their faces are looking very dull. So, having seen the lackluster faces, Saritam Vara Prapacha, the Ganga then begins to question them. Kimidam Nashtarupaha. Why are you all lost your charm? Hey Divaukasa. She addresses all of these as Divaukasa, meaning these are divine persons, the residents of Swargaloka. So, Kachit Kshemam Divaukasam. Is everything okay? That is what she questions these Vasus. Tamuchur Vasavo Devaha Shaptasmo Vai Mahanadi Alpe Aparade Sambrambhat Vasishtena Mahatmana. So all those Devas, they spoke back to Ganga. Tam uchuhu vasavo devaha shaptaha smaha. We have been cursed, Mahanadi. Oh Mahanadi, we have been cursed. That is what these Ashtavasus tell her. Alpe aparade sambrambhat vasishtena mahatmana. So who cursed us? We were being cursed by sage Vasishta. That Mahatma Vasishta actually cursed us due to a misdemeanor. Alpe aparade sambrambhat. There was a small misdemeanor because of which we have been cursed. Oh Mahanadi, we have all been cursed. That is the reason why we are all looking so pale. Vimuda hi vayam sarve prachannam rishisattamam sandhyam vasishtam asinam tamatyabhisrutah pura. So now they begin to tell this story as to what caused the wrath of Vasishta. So some point when Vasishta was doing his daily sandhya, so it is at that time they stealthily approached, all the Vasus stealthily, prachannam means stealthy, so stealthily they all approached. Vimudahi vayam sarve, so we were all ignorant, we didn't even know that Vasishta was doing his daily sandhya vandanam. Sandhyam Vasishtam Asinam. Vasishtam, that Vasishta who was seated doing his Sandhya Vandanam, we did not know, we were not aware of it. Tam Atyabhisrutah Pura. We went too closely to him. Ati Abhisrutah Pura. Abhisruta is proximity. So we went in close proximity to Vasishta who was doing his Sandhya Vandanam at some point in time. We were not aware of it. Although we stealthily went to his hermitage, we didn't know the fact that he was doing Sandhya Vandanam. So we went too close to him, and that caused the anger in Vasishta. Tena kopadvayam shaptaha yonau sambhavata itiha nattachakyam nivartayitum yaduktam brahmavadina. So, tena kopat vayam shaptaha. Because of his anger, we all got shaptaha, cursed. Yonau sambhavata. What did he curse? Yonau sambhavata. Be born in the womb. So, yoni means womb. So, be born in the womb. So, which means he has in a way told these Vasus that you will all be born in the world of mortals. So this is also exactly the same curse as how Mahabhishek got cursed by Chaturmukha Brahma in the previous episode. So Yonau Sambhavata Itiha. This is the curse that Vasishta cast on these Vasus. Natachakyam Nivartayitum Yaduktam Brahmavadina. So whatever has been told by this Brahmavadin, who is a Brahma Rishi, Vasishta is a Brahma Rishi, one who is supposed to have deep knowledge about Bhagavan or Brahman. Such a Brahma Rishi, when he has cast his curse, it cannot be revoked. So this is an irrevocable curse. Naitachakyam nivartayitum. It is not possible to revocate this curse. That is what they tell Ganga. Tvamasman manushi bhutva sushva putran vasun bhuvi na manushinam jataram ravishema vayam shubhe. Now there is another twist that is being born here. So though these Vasus had to be born in the world of mortals, it is below their dignity, that is what I believe they think, to be born in the womb of an ordinary mortal. So they cannot be born to a woman who is not a Devi in Bhuloka. So instead what they ask is, Tvam asman manushi bhutva. You become that woman. Sushva putran vasun bhuvi. You become that woman who can gestate all the Vasus here, meaning we would like to be born as your children in Bhuloka. That is what they pray to Ganga. So they are praying to Ganga that they have been cursed. They have to be now born in the world of mortals, but they cannot be born to a low woman in Bhuloka because they are Devas. So they want to be born as children of Ganga Devi. So that is the prayer that they are all doing to Ganga Devi. इत्युक्त्वा तैश्च वसुभिः तथेति उक्त्वा अब्रवीदिदम् गङ्गोवाच मर्त्येषु पुरुषश्रेष्ठः को वः कर्ता भविष्यति. So now at once Ganga Devi said tatheti, tathetyuktva abravididam. She said at once, so be it, tatheti. So having said that tatheti, she then continues to talk to these Vasus. Ityuktva teihi cha vasubhihi tathetyuktva abravididam Gango vacha martyeshu purushashrestah ko vah karta bhavishyati. Who can father you there? So now that she has agreed that she will become the mother of all of these Vasus, but somebody has to father these Vasus. So she is asking, which superior being, Purushashrestah Martyeshu, Kovah Karta Bhavishyati, who is that supreme person in the Bhuloka who can father all of you? Vasavah Uchuhu Pratipasya Suto Raja Shantanur Loka Vishrutah Bhavita Manushe Loke Sanah Karta Bhavishyati. So now they say Pratipasya Suto Raja Shantanur Loka Vishrutah. So they are now talking to Ganga about a future event. So this is a very interesting twist here. On the one hand, Mahabhishek is cursed. So he thought through, he contemplated under whom he should be born. He finally decided that he will be born as the son of Pratipa. Same way here, in another context, the Vasus have been cursed. They have to be born in Bhuloka. They pray Ganga to be born as their children, as Ganga's children. But Ganga then asks, who should be your father? To which they again reply, Pratipasya Suto Raja, Raja Pratipa's son, Shantanuhu Lokavikyataha. So the son of Pratipa will be Shantanu. So in other words, Mahabhishek, who is cursed in Swargaloka, who decides to be born as a son to Pratipa, will become Shantanu. This is the harbinger to it. So Pratipa's son will be Shantanu, who is none other than Mahabhishek. These are the words which Vasus are now telling beforehand to Ganga. This event has not yet occurred. Mahabhishek has not yet been descended to earth and be born to Pratipa. But he has made a choice to be born to Pratipa, and these Vasus also are talking the same thing, that they will be born as children of that person born to Pratipa, which is none other than Shantanu, which Ganga is will torment Shantanu. Ganga is supposed to torment Mahabhishek, or in other words, Ganga is supposed to torment Shantanu. But Ganga has promised Vasus that she will do good now. That is the next thing that she begins to tell. So very interestingly, Mahabhishek wants to be born as a son of Pratipa. All the Vasus want to be born as children of Mahabhishek, who is to be incarnated as Shantanu, the son of Pratipa. So these are all falling in place if you really see. Gango vacha mamapyevam matam devaha yata mam vadatha nagaha priyam tasya karishyami yushmakam chaidipsitam. So Ganga now says, Mamapi evam matam devaha. I also wish the same. Mamapi evam matam. My wish is also the same. Yatha mam vadatha anagaha. Anagaha, oh sinless creatures. Anagaha is one who does not do any sin. Agham means sin. Anagham means one who does not do the sin. So he is a meritorious person. He doesn't commit any sin. So that anagaha, plural, she is now addressing to all the Vasus. That thing that you told me, yatha mam vadatha anagaha, that which you told me, it is exactly my wish also. Mama pyevam matam. That is also my wish. Priyam tasya karishyami. I will do benevolent thing to him. Who is she referring to? Tasya karishyami priyam. She is referring to Shantanu. By curse of Chaturmukha Brahma, Ganga is supposed to do all the displeasing things to Shantanu. She will be tormenting Shantanu or Mahabhishek. But here she promises Vasus, Priyam tasya karishyami. I shall do what is benevolent to Shantanu. Yushmakam chaid, Yushmakam chaidapi, chaid ipsitam, sorry. Yushmakam chaid ipsitam. So, ipsitam means that which you guys are pleased to do, that which you are pleasing, the same thing I also wish the same. So in a way she is reassuring Vasus that I shall give birth to all of you in Bhuloka. You will all be born as my children. Shantanu will be your father, and I will do good to Shantanu. Although it is also a curse from Chaturmukha Brahma that I had to descend Bhuloka in order to torment Shantanu. So this is all like a jigsaw puzzle. But everything is falling in place. As we go into different episodes, you will see that everything will fall in place. So this is how some things are being told as a harbinger. They are forerunning. They are beforehand telling what is going to happen. So that is the brief introduction of Vasus, the conversation of Vasus with Ganga. And so in summary, Vasus are going to be born in Bhuloka as the children of Ganga, as the children of Shantanu. And Shantanu is none other than the son of Pratipa. Shantanu will be born as the son of Pratipa, and Shantanu is none other than Mahabhishek, because Mahabhishek, who was cursed by Chaturmukha Brahma, aspires to be born as the son of Pratipa. So if you put it all in a puzzle, you will understand that everything is falling in place. So we will talk more